Did you know that the way you protect your dreams and decisions can determine whether they are blessed or sabotaged? In a world where everyone is quick to share every detail of their lives, the chosen ones of God are called to act differently. Today, I will share with you 5 lessons inspired by the principles of C.S. Lewis that can transform your spiritual life and protect what God has deposited in your heart. Through deep reflection on C.S. Lewis's writings, we discover timeless truths that guide us to walk with wisdom and faith in our relationship with God. To ensure you don't miss any message inspired by divine wisdom, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications to receive every new reflection that can transform your walk with God. Together, we will protect what God has planted in our hearts and continue to grow in faith. Have you ever felt like your dreams or plans lose their strength after sharing them with the wrong people? Or maybe you've noticed that sharing your blessings or family issues only brings unnecessary complications. In a world where sharing everything seems to be the norm, it's easy to fall into this trap. However, this can expose the chosen ones of God to attacks, distractions, and avoidable spiritual struggles. Many of us long to draw closer to God, but the daily distractions and the pressure to show everything we have pull us away from that deep connection we desire. This message is an invitation to reflect on how to protect what God has given you and live with wisdom. Today, we'll explore 5 essential lessons for protecting your spiritual life, guarding your dreams, sanctifying your home, keeping recent blessings in silence, managing your finances with discretion, and cultivating your spiritual experiences in secret. Each of these lessons will guide you along a path of wisdom that will help protect what God has placed in your life and strengthen your faith in Him, avoiding the traps the enemy sets to steal your peace and purpose. The dreams God places in your heart are like precious seeds, fragile at first and in need of protection to grow. Too often, we tend to share our dreams and plans with others without thinking of the consequences, but this can open the door to misunderstandings, judgment, and even spiritual sabotage. The enemy, while he cannot read your mind or know the future God has for you, can use your own words to create obstacles. Every word you share about your plans becomes an opportunity for the enemy to sow doubt or interfere with your blessings. That's why discretion is crucial. Take the example of Joseph in the book of Genesis. God gave him a powerful dream about his future, but when he shared it too early with his brothers, it led to jealousy, betrayal, and a series of struggles that could have been avoided. His dream was genuine, but the timing and circumstances were not. This teaches us that patience and prayer are our best allies to protect what God reveals to us. Instead of sharing everything immediately, entrust your dreams to God in prayer. Ask Him for wisdom to know when and with whom to share them. Remember that some visions need time to mature, just like a seed needs fertile soil to sprout. It's also important to create an environment where your dreams can grow safely. This means keeping them away from negative influences and nurturing them through faith and obedience to God. Some people won't understand your aspirations, and others may even try to discourage them. That's why it's wise to limit your confidences to spiritually mature individuals who can pray for you and encourage you in your walk. By keeping your dreams and projects in the secret place with God, you give them the opportunity to develop under His protection and according to His perfect plan. Wait for the moment when He gives you the green light to act or share. This divine timing ensures not only that your dreams prosper, but that they also have a lasting impact and blessings for your life and others. Your home is a sanctuary, a sacred space entrusted to you by God to cultivate love, peace, and spiritual growth. However, in a world where social media encourages exposing every aspect of our lives, it is easy to fall into the temptation of sharing family conflicts or personal vulnerabilities. This practice can not only harm your relationships, but also open doors to spiritual attacks. The Bible teaches us that love covers a multitude of sins, Proverbs 17:9. This truth is especially applicable within the context of family. When disagreements, financial struggles, or personal challenges arise, it is vital to handle them with discretion and wisdom, avoiding airing them publicly or seeking external validation. Take the example of Noah's sons. When they discovered their father's nakedness, instead of exposing his weakness, they chose to cover it with respect and discretion. This act emphasizes the importance of protecting the dignity of family members, even when they are going through difficult times. If you are facing family struggles, don't seek to expose them publicly or make them a spectacle. Instead, turn to spiritually mature mentors or trusted advisors for guidance. Addressing your issues privately allows God to work restoration in your home. Imagine if Mary, the mother of Jesus, had rushed to share her concerns with Elizabeth when Joseph initially wanted to quietly divorce her. This would have caused unnecessary misunderstandings, but Mary chose to keep these things in her heart and trust that God would intervene. By protecting your family's struggles and challenges, you create an environment where healing, reconciliation, and blessings can flourish. Remember, the enemy's tactics are to divide and destroy, but your role is to strengthen and unite. When you act with love, grace, and discretion, you invite God's hand to transform your home into a true spiritual refuge. Recent blessings, such as a promotion, a new opportunity, or a spiritual breakthrough, are often causes for joy, but these blessings are also fragile, like young plants that need protection in order to grow. Announcing your victories too soon can attract jealousy, criticism, and even spiritual attacks. We live in a world where sharing everything seems to be the norm, but wisdom teaches us that there is a time for everything. As Proverbs 21:5 says, "The plans of the diligent lead to abundance, but those who act quickly come to poverty." Rushing to make our blessings public can actually weaken them. A clear example is that of David. After defeating Goliath, he did not rush to proclaim his victory immediately. He patiently waited for God to establish him at the right time. This attitude of humility and patience allowed his success to grow stronger without being undermined by enemies or external distractions. On the other hand, King Hezekiah in 2 Kings 20:12-19 made a mistake by showing all the treasures of his kingdom to the Babylonian messengers, thinking it would impress them. But this imprudence led to the Babylonians taking all the treasures he had shown them. This story teaches us the consequences of exposing our blessings too soon. The lesson here is clear. What may seem like a simple share can become a vulnerability if we are not discerning. Protect your blessings by keeping them between you and God until they are strong enough to withstand external pressure. Before sharing a victory, ask yourself, is this the right time to share? If the answer is no, entrust that joy to God in prayer and let Him handle the perfect moment for it to be revealed. By doing so, not only do you protect your blessing, but you also allow it to grow and take root firmly. If this message has resonated with you and inspired you to protect what God has placed in your heart, leave a like on this video to testify to that. Also, share your thoughts or the lesson that impacted you the most in the comments below. Your experience can inspire and strengthen others in their faith. Your financial situation is one of the most vulnerable areas to the enemy's attacks. We live in a society where ostentation and the desire to show off our wealth is the norm, but doing so can open doors to envy, manipulation, and even spiritual theft. Flaunting your financial success may seem like a way to gain validation, but God's wisdom teaches us that true prosperity comes with humility and discretion. Proverbs 13:11 warns us, "Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it." This teaches us that true wealth is built quietly, with patience and steady effort, not through showcasing it to the world. When we expose our financial situation, we invite the enemy to sow discord, jealousy, and resentment. King Hezekiah offers us an important lesson. After being healed from a deadly illness, he foolishly showed all the treasures of his kingdom to the Babylonian messengers, thinking it would impress them. This act, intended to impress, ultimately led to the Babylonians taking everything he had shown them. This story from 2 Kings 20:12-19 reminds us that exposing our wealth too soon can lead to disastrous consequences. Instead of seeking validation from the world by showing off what you have, focus on trusting God as your provider. He knows your needs and will provide in His perfect timing. By keeping your finances private, you protect your life from the enemy's attacks and focus on the true wealth that is spiritual. Remember, not everyone who celebrates your success has good intentions, and some may only seek to sow strife. Keep your finances between you and God. Let your life of faith be the true testimony of what He has done in your life, not the material possessions you have. By doing so, you ensure your blessings remain unshakable. Spiritual experiences, whether dreams, visions, or divine revelations, are some of the most precious treasures God can entrust to you. However, just as a seed needs to grow out of sight from the outside world, these sacred moments should not be shared with everyone immediately. The example of Mary, the mother of Jesus, is perfect in this case. When the angel Gabriel revealed to her that she would be the mother of the Savior, She did not rush to tell everyone. She kept this revelation in her heart, allowing God to guide her on when and how to share it. This discretion reflects deep spiritual maturity and complete trust in God's wisdom. Likewise, the Apostle Paul in 2 Corinthians 12 recounts an extraordinary experience where he was taken to the third heaven and heard things that cannot be spoken. Yet he chose to keep those mysteries hidden, understanding that some revelations should remain secret to preserve their depth and impact. Prematurely sharing your spiritual encounters can lead to unexpected consequences, misunderstandings, mockery, or even spiritual opposition. Not everyone is ready to understand what God has shown you, and some might even use that information to sow doubt or confusion in your mind. Remember that these intimate moments with God are meant to strengthen your faith and deepen your relationship with Him. By meditating on and allowing them to mature in silence, you allow them to bear lasting fruit. Just like a seed that grows in secret before breaking through to the light, your spiritual revelations will manifest in God's perfect timing. Learn to discern when to speak and when to remain silent. Sometimes God will ask you to share your experiences to encourage others, but it should always be done with His direction. By cultivating your spiritual experiences in silence, you give them room to grow and take deep root in your life. These are sacred gifts not meant to impress others, but to glorify God and transform your walk with Him. Each of the lessons we've shared today is a powerful reminder. The chosen ones of God are called to live differently, to act with discernment, and to protect what God has placed in their lives. It's not just about staying silent to avoid trouble, but recognizing that some things are too precious to be exposed before their time or to the wrong people. Remember, patience and discretion are not weaknesses, they are strengths. They are a reflection of your trust in God, in His perfect timing, and in His ability to accomplish what He has promised. Every day you choose to protect your dreams, your family, your blessings, your finances, and your spiritual experiences, you are building a wall of faith and wisdom around your life. That wall becomes a testimony of your obedience to God and a powerful tool to reject the enemy's attacks. Take a moment to reflect. What is the first lesson you can begin applying today? Maybe it's keeping your future plans between you and God, or managing your finances with more discretion. Whatever the decision, remember that every small step counts. If this message has touched your heart today, I encourage you to take action. Leave a comment with Amen to testify your commitment to these lessons, and share this with someone who could also benefit from this wisdom. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep receiving teachings that strengthen your faith and bring you closer to God. Together, we can grow spiritually and protect what God has placed in our lives. Remember, the chosen ones of God do not seek the approval of the world, but that of their Creator. Strategic silence is a powerful weapon in the hands of those who walk in faith. Keep your dreams, your blessings, and your spiritual experiences safe, and let God reveal them at the perfect moment. When you trust in His timing, you will see how blessings multiply in ways that no one can deny. May the peace of God fill your heart and guide your steps. See you soon, and may God bless you abundantly.